Hey guys, Rexasaur here, and welcome to episode 7 of the Red Emperor. This is going to be the shortest episode because this session, not much of really important note actually happened. I played for a whole hour, but nothing like major actually happened. So we're going to start with our Emperor Tortavilus, who's going to try and conquest Luki, who is a separate, just a independent count. As you do, and it's gonna go, basically this is where all the trouble starts, pretty much, because halfway through this war, I mean it's not gonna happen straight away, but halfway through this war, Luki decides to swear vassalage to the people next to them, who is a big duchy in Rus, and that's really going to be the center of all our problems. So we're just going to defeat this army. We're going to go around that way so we don't get rivered, crossed penalties and other things like that. But they're going to swear vassalage to the big duchy, which we're going to wage war on beforehand anyway. Basically, this war basically screwed us over screwed me over for the vast majority of the early part of this session. Because it was just weird. So we raise enough troops, we defeat that army, we victory there, but we don't get all of them. Because they have captured one of our provinces next to our capital, and so we have to do that. As you can see also, we've entered several wars. Most of my allies have called me into wars, which I spend no troops. I basically just like, oh, you lose 200 prestige if you don't agree, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I must agree. So yeah. So what's going to happen is I'm going to disband my troops because I've lost loads of troops for some reason. As you can see down there, they are sieging something. They've only got 600 troops. I've lost so many men. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have to raise the religious order. But beforehand, I'm going to disband all my troops. It's the Count Duchy of Moram. As you can see, it's very big. And I'm going to do a holy war for this province, thinking that it would also encompass Luki, who's just been freed by them because they've entered on that side. Luki is going to be part of Moram. As you can see now, it's part of Moram. Because of vassalage, which means that my war for Luki stops being a thing, and it just pisses me off. At that point I'm just like, what the hell just happened? So I take this place. I attack them, I defeat them, I siege them out. Everything is good, and I basically do a big sieging strike towards Vyazma, and then finally Moskva. And then I win the war, and we take that one province of Toropets, and that's literally all we did in that war, which lasted about 20 good minutes. But after winning that, basically this is where it all starts going wrong for Tortavilus, but it also something quite important. We cannot justify another war in the east. It's too wild, too unruly. You cannot keep asking the warriors of Perkunas to come to your aid whenever you want. They are not your army. They do not answer to you. Your father would have known this. He would have defended our borders from the Catholics, prepared for a war to stab at their heart and finally be rid of their filth. To my dear sister of Perkunas, Saul, chosen messenger of our peoples, I understand your concerns, your worries about my subjects and your followers, and as such I will change my plans. Instead of attacking the east, I plan to extend my vision north, towards the Norse raiders to stop their pillaging. As for my father, he was good only for encasing iron in gold, as was his father before him. I'd rather be remembered for spilling blood of my enemies than hiding behind a wall of coins. So, Tortavilus, our dear Emperor, has decided that attacking the Rus probably isn't the best idea, and is instead going to focus his attention towards the northern tribes. He's going to go for Finland and go straight around. The original plan was to go for Rus first and then go around Finland, but he's decided that due to the way that the Sumenusko tribes have sort of split themselves around, plus the fact that the biggest duchy is all over the place, doesn't really make for really good conquest. So what he's going to do is that he's going to call a holy war for Livonia and take that, and then focus on taking Estonia as well, which will take out quite an ancient enemy of us Lithuanians, and will allow for a direct transit from Ingria into Finland, which will be the next stages of his battles. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be fast forwarding a lot, because what happens is that this war becomes slightly insane. It's not really this holy war that becomes insane, it's really the Estonia one, but I have to take quite a bit of territory, which is kind of unfair. As you can see, most of the map that isn't owned by us is like glowing red, and that is because literally all the ceremonies go like, whoa, well, let's not do that. So I'm still fighting the Suomenusco, but I'm taking larger swathes of territory than one territory at a time, calling holy wars. Probably what will happen is after I take Finland is go for the Norsk, and then maybe when I attempt to take the Rus, like is doing it in kind of a waiting game, because I'm basically waiting until they sort themselves out, unite maybe into a big country, but so far Moram is just all over the place, whilst Finland is just two big duchies, which you will see later on. So I successfully took Livonia. Now I'm going for a holy war on Estonia, which is still going to be only 2 provinces, not the whole, because Livonia owns the last province, but I can conquest that without too much problems later on. Also, I'd like to note that Carpathia is now Catholic. They got converted back in 864, and I forgot. I mean, it was quite a big shock and annoying, because they are now no longer my allies. I mean, I think they're still my allies through marriage, but they won't join any wars because we're a different religion. We're no longer, well, they're no longer pagan. So that's a big help from the south that has now become Catholic, which is pretty terrible. And also kind of a big reason of why Saul is not very happy with us not focusing on these Catholics, which are seemingly uniting everything. It's trying to go against us. Also the Norse, the fact that they're not attacking the Catholics, and as we know, the I think it's Denmark or Norway, they're Catholic already. So Catholicism is really spreading really fast in this game, and I think that is literally going to be the focus of Saul and our holy priestesses or priests. They're going to be trying to force the hand of the Slavic emperor to face off against the Catholics. However, Totavilis just is having none of it. He's going for Estonia. He wants to create, to carve out his own empire, his own glory. He wants to get glory where his his father created an empire. He wants to really force that down the throats of everyone else. So we win that war. It wasn't too bad. We had to call upon the Holy Order once again, much to Sol's chagrin, because as you saw in her letter, she wasn't too happy about this. But he has to call on them. We don't have enough warriors. We don't have enough place yet. And as you can see up the top, I have like too much demence size, or not enough, not the right demence things, and that's because I'm waiting for them to convert so I can give them out properly, rather than have them be all tribal states so I can get more men. So there we go, that's the Estonian War victoried. As you can see, these are the holy wars we're going to be facing off in the next episode. We're going to take out the Satakunta and Karelia in 2 major holy wars, which are going to be fantastic, because not only are we going to do them 2 in a row, which will weaken the Suomenusco massively, we're also going to take big swathes of Finland, hopefully create the Kingdom of Finland, give it to another one of our vassals. Maybe he'll take it for his own, we don't know. The remove and face is massive. It's expanding horrendously quickly, which is great compared to the Catholics, which are also massive. But as you can see, Khazaria is a big thing as well, and that's going to be quite a big problem if they do not keep on being our allies, because of course they are allies for now. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this short episode of the Red Empire. I know, but next episode will be much bigger and much better. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Tortavilis, the second emperor of the self-proclaimed Slavic Empire, showed that he was exactly what the Catholics feared. Since the conversion of Carpathia by papal emissary in 864 AD, Saul, the high priestess of the Remover, became more and more desperate to obtain the backing of the emperor to strike at the weakened Western powers before the Pope could unite them against a common enemy. The next 5 years would completely change the world, and the true power of Tortavilis would finally be felt in the whole of Europe.